Hey everybody, welcome to the round 23 preview. Just like that, a season comes and goes. The last game of the season, it's the Blues and the Giants, the rematch at Marvel Stadium at 7:40 p.m. on Saturday night. You will notice a bit of a different look. Blue Broad HQ is coming along nicely. I will show you guys a little bit about the setup in a later video, but for those who've been watching for a while, you'll notice a change in scenery. We're gonna add to here, and that'll come shortly. However, to the game. Oh wow, there's a lot going on at the moment. There's a lot to feel. We're coming off a really poor performance, sort of mirrored with emotions, with Murph retiring. We now know that Eddie Betts is going to be playing his 350th and final game. We know that Casbolt will be playing his final game, and we've got kids playing, and it's so crazy that we've gotten to this point where it's kind of like, just let the season end already. Put us out of our misery after we missed the footy so much, and we've had the pandemic, we've had lockdowns, and seemingly we were free. I don't want to harp on about how frustrated and angry I am right now. It's not the time. The time for now is to be grateful for what we do have, and that's obviously, we did that last week with Murph, and this week we farewell another champion or another Carlton hero in Eddie Betts, and also to another extent Levi Casbolt. I'll never ever forget the last time we played against the Giants. It was cold. We played at Giant Stadium. And everyone has their breaking point, and everyone's tolerance levels for what's happening varies from person to person. My breaking point was 100% that night. They really crushed my soul that night, the way they showed up, lack of intensity, lack of effort, lack of care factor, and the Giants just did whatever they wanted to do. And I guess it's unacceptable. As much as we know that we're missing quite a few players. The fall off and the drop off in effort is not good enough, and it can't be there this week. And I know I'm saying that, but deep down I don't really believe it, because deep down I kind of embracing myself for another really bad loss. Why am I doing that? Why does my mind go there? Well, look at what happened last week. You look at what happens when we play these milestone games, and we want to talk about culture and building culture and a new era and whatnot. I mean, for me, how can we build a new culture if we don't even celebrate our people as they retire, and get up for them and show that care factor and love factor for them? And Eddie, the club released a video of him talking to the boys about his message to them, and I loved what he said about no one cares about the number at the back. It's all about the logo on the front. Care for each other, love each other. It's a brotherhood, and I think there's something in that. Why would he say that if he didn't think it was already there? And I hope and I implore them to play this week with a spirit for Eddie, for themselves, for each other, their teammates, their brothers, their family. They've been through a lot together already. They've, the professional environment, it's very much a little bubble within a big fish pond, and, not many people can relate to the players and, how they live their lives, and their stresses and pressures and whatnot. And yes, they are well paid, but just because you're well paid doesn't mean you're not human. And so this week, I mean, surely it's not too much to ask for a game where we don't concede 9-10 in a row, because that's just embarrassing for everyone involved. Fans, players, family, staff, everyone. When we talk about, we've had news about this external review and not wanting to reveal the findings because of reputations. Well, the reputations are diminished when you perform the way that they performed last week. That does more to your reputation than anything a report's going to say. So that's really what it is this week. In terms of who's going to come in, I mean, Murphy will come out, obviously. It seems like Cripps was just sore, and it looks like he's going to play. If he does, again, you're representing the football club, captain of the football club. We need him to be at his physical best, representing the boys. I mean, give each other, give the fans something to be proud of. I mean, I think we were really excited in that first quarter last week when we saw the young boys and just the whole lot of them just sort of crack in. And, you know, it's going to get tough this week. The Giants have a lot to play for. They've got finals on their mind, and they're in good form. They're in really good form, and they play very well against us, and mentally they've got us covered even when we're at full strength. So just give it a crack. Do not lay down and just accept what is. You know, we might not win. We probably not. I'm not expecting to win this week. But what I am expecting is not to be embarrassed. You know, if it's not about finals, it's about pride. And I want to come away from that game saying to myself, well, all right, we were undermanned, but they really did give it, you know, crack in and give a good effort. And I'm not accepting mediocrity. Do not get me wrong, but this is just where we're at right now. You look at the team, you look at the makeup, you look at what's going on, all the distractions, and that's really what it is for me. You know, we got the official news that the new president will be beginning. Fantastic. We got the departing president, Mark Lejudichère, give us a letter and tell us what his legacy was. And we've got a new letter from Luke Sayers, which talks about how the ultimate goal is winning premierships and whatnot. They're very nice words. I would love to see them on camera. Would love to invite the new pres onto the channel for a chat if he's available to talk with the common man. And that's really what it is. It's a new era. There's a lot of work to do, but let's not let that get in the way of what we're celebrating. And that's Eddie Betts and Levi Casbold and us, the fans and whatnot. And hopefully the boys can put on a performance which, you know, replicates the love that we give to them and the football club, and go out with a little bit of a bang and you know, have something. I mean, what I'm going to be looking for this week, I'm going to be watching Corey Durden, I'm going to be watching Josh Honey, Sam Walsh, Jacob Wiedering, these guys. It's just another layer of the new era. It is very exciting. It really is exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what these real youngsters can do. And you know, it's always a privilege to watch them play, and I never forget that, even though there are frustrations at times. The frustration comes out of a love and a belief in them being better than what they are. But yeah, for me, it's just all about what can I see this week that we can say, okay, those are some good signs for the future. So, and obviously we don't know what's going to happen with coaching and whatnot, but looks like everyone's on notice, and it looks like everyone's got to start fresh with their reputation and things like that. So looking forward to that. If you're watching this video on the Wednesday, we've got a very special thing happening on the channel. We're doing a tribute show. We did one for Simo last year. We did one for Murph on the Saturday show last week. We're doing an Eddie Betts tribute show this week, and Eddie Betts is going to join us tonight at from 8 p.m. the show will start. Eddie will join at about 8:15 to 8:20 p.m. It's amazing, and like, he offered his time. You know, I didn't ask him. No one asked him. Nick and Riley will be hosting, and Eddie saw it and he offered his time, and Anna reached out, his lovely partner, and yeah, that's exciting. It's exciting for everyone involved. So if you do want to get involved, tune in from 8 p.m. tonight, Wednesday, the 18th, and of August, and we'll go from there, and you can give Eddie your message to him live and celebrate him, and hopefully we can be somewhat satisfied with what we see on Saturday night. So with that, let me know how you're feeling though. What are you doing with changes, and is it just Cripps for Murphy? Are there any other youngsters you think we should be playing? Does Ramsey get a gig? Is it too early for someone like a Jack Carroll to come in? Let me know what you think about all of that, and we'll chat about it in the comments. Thank you very much for being here. This is the last game preview for the year. Obviously, there's got a review and a play ratings video to come, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what happens in the off-season after that. But with that, let's do this. Let me know how you're feeling. Go the Mighty Blues.